Hello everyone. In today's video, we will dive into one of the most enigmatic and profound texts of esoteric philosophy, the Kaibalion. To make this journey even more enriching, we will integrate these teachings with the knowledge of the renowned hypnotherapist and author, Dolores Cannon. Get ready for a unique journey through the world of Hermetic principles and spirituality. In 1908, a mysterious book titled The Kaibalion was published. Its authorship is attributed to three anonymous individuals who called themselves the Three Initiates. These sages compiled the teachings of the ancient master Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure believed to have lived in pre-dynastic Egypt and associated with the god Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing. The purpose of this work, shrouded in an aura of mystery and esoteric wisdom, was to condense all the ancestral knowledge inherited from ancient civilizations into 7 comprehensible and applicable Hermetic principles. These principles provide a guide for those seeking to understand the underlying laws of the universe and how they can be applied to deliberately influence the 3 planes of existence: physical, mental, and spiritual. Throughout history, these teachings have been zealously guarded by groups and lodges, maintaining strict secrecy over this knowledge. Reading many of these ancient texts does not always reveal their true meaning, as these teachings and their practitioners were persecuted in various eras and had to be written in symbolic or coded language. A clear example of this is found in most alchemical and hermetic texts. To make our exploration of the Kaibalion even deeper, we will integrate it with the teachings of Dolores Cannon. Through her regression sessions and her discoveries about the nature of the soul and the universe, Dolores offers us a unique perspective that complements and expands the Hermetic principles. Let's see how the concepts of the Kaibalion align with Dolores's revelations about the nature of reality and the spirit. Now let's explore each of the 7 Hermetic principles in detail, illuminating them with Dolores Cannon's insights. From mentalism to generation, each principle offers us a key to understanding and transforming our existence. So, stay with us and discover how these ancient teachings can impact your life today. 1. Principle of mentalism. The Kaibalion. The all is mind, the universe is mental. If we start from the premise that the universe is a mental creation and everything is sustained in the mind of the all, then all creation must have its origin in the mind. Through her regression sessions, Dolores Cannon discovered that reality is a projection of consciousness. In her books, she often mentions that each soul creates its own reality from its thoughts and intentions. Dolores explores the idea that everything we experience is a reflection of our collective and individual mind, suggesting that consciousness is the foundation of all existence. By integrating the principle of mentalism with Dolores Cannon's teachings, we can understand that the mind is the most powerful creative tool. Dolores revealed that souls have the ability to influence their realities through intention and thought, reinforcing the idea that the universe is a mental creation. This leads us to understand that by changing our thoughts and intentions, we can transform our life experiences. Reality, therefore, is not something fixed, but a dynamic construction that responds to our internal perceptions and beliefs. 2. Principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Just as the all creates with its mind, we too can create with our minds. The principle of correspondence postulates that there is always a relationship between the laws of phenomena in different planes of existence. As above, so below. As below, so above. It establishes that there is harmony between the physical, mental, and spiritual planes. Dolores Cannon frequently speaks about the interconnection between different dimensions and the importance of understanding that lessons learned on one level are reflected on others. She also highlights how past life experiences directly influence the present life, demonstrating the correspondence between different existences and the continuity of the soul's learning and growth over time. This principle is clearly exemplified in Dolores's regression reports, where she documents how events and decisions from past lives have a direct impact on the current lives of individuals. By understanding that our actions and experiences in one plane of existence affect other planes, we can see the truth of the principle of correspondence described in the Kaibalion. This knowledge allows us to perceive the profound interconnection of everything in the universe and how healing and growth in one area can reflect in all others. 3. Principle of vibration. The Kaibalion. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This principle states that everything is in motion, that nothing remains still. It explains the differences between the various manifestations of matter, force, mind, and even spirit, from which everything proceeds. The vibration of spirit is so immense that it can be practically considered at rest. It is like a wheel spinning so fast that it appears motionless. At the other end of the scale, we find forms of matter so dense, whose vibrations are so weak that they also appear to be at rest. Dolores Cannon taught that raising one's vibrational frequency is essential for spiritual growth. Through her regression sessions, she discovered that different vibrational levels correspond to different states of consciousness and existence. According to Dolores, the higher the vibration, the higher the consciousness and spiritual experience. Raising our personal vibration can align us with higher and more positive realities, as described by Dolores Cannon. She explained that by increasing our vibrational frequency, we can access higher states of existence and consciousness, manifesting a more harmonious and fulfilling life. The Kaibalion's idea that spirit vibrates so fast it appears to be at rest can be directly connected to Dolores' descriptions of the nature of spirit, which has such high frequencies that they transcend common perception. This shows us that by consciously working to elevate our vibrations, we can significantly transform our reality. 4. Principle of polarity. The Kaibalion. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. The principle of polarity operates along a vibratory scale with different degrees, ranging from positive to negative, where the positive is of a higher nature than the negative. A mental state and its opposite are simply two poles of the same thing, and through mental transmutation, this polarity can be reversed. If someone experiences fear, it is futile to try to suppress it. Instead, one must cultivate courage and the fear will disappear. Consider this example. If you wish to cease being ignorant, you cannot simply erase that ignorance as one erases a word from a chalkboard. Ignorance will fade as you acquire knowledge. It is similar to eliminating darkness from a room. Just turn on the light. To eliminate a negative quality, focus on the positive pole of that same quality, and the vibrations will gradually shift from negative to positive. The mind, like metals and elements, can transmute from one degree to another, from one condition to another, from pole to pole, and from vibration to vibration. Mastering polarity means mastering the principles of mental transmutation or alchemy. It is crucial to gain proficiency in the art of mental transmutation to similarly transform the world around us. Dolores Cannon explained that duality is an essential tool for spiritual learning. She discusses the importance of balancing the polarities within ourselves and understanding that both positive and negative are necessary for growth. According to Dolores, facing and integrating our opposite aspects allows us to achieve a deeper understanding of ourselves and reality. The principle of polarity can be expanded with the practices suggested by Dolores Cannon for mental transmutation. She emphasized the importance of transforming negative mental states into positive ones, highlighting that true spiritual mastery involves the ability to change our internal perspective and vibration. Therefore, duality should not be seen as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth and evolution. Dolores suggested that by recognizing and working with our internal opposites, we can achieve emotional and mental balance, allowing us to live more harmoniously and consciously. Principle of rhythm. The Kaibalion. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. This principle is intrinsically linked to the principle of polarity. Where there is action, there will be reaction. Where there is advance, there will be retreat. Where there is ascent, there will be descent. This law applies to everything: suns, worlds, animals, mind, energy, matter. It manifests in the creation and destruction of worlds, the rise and fall of nations in life and death, and ultimately in the mental states of humans. However, even though the universe always seeks balance, we are not obligated to remain stuck in negative states. Understanding the rhythm and balance of the cosmos gives us perspective and acceptance when the pendulum swings towards negative polarity. However, as masters of the Hermetic arts, we have the tools to tilt the balance back towards the positive. Dolores Cannon emphasized the importance of understanding the cycles of life and the recurring patterns in our experiences. She explained that accepting these cycles and learning from them is fundamental to spiritual evolution. According to Dolores, recognizing that life has its natural highs and lows allows us to face challenges with a more balanced and wise perspective. Integrating the principle of rhythm with the teachings of Dolores Cannon, we can understand that accepting the natural rhythms of life helps us navigate the vicissitudes of existence, maintaining internal harmony. Dolores suggested that by aligning ourselves with these natural cycles and accepting their inevitable fluctuations, we can find a state of peace and resilience. This acceptance does not mean passivity, but a deep understanding that each phase, whether of growth or retreat, has a purpose in our spiritual development. Learning to flow with these rhythms allows us to live more consciously and balanced. 6. Principle of cause and effect. The Kaibalion. Every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. Dolores Cannon frequently discussed the law of karma, explaining how our actions in past lives directly influence our current life. She taught that nothing happens by chance, and that every experience, positive or negative, is an opportunity for learning and spiritual growth. According to Dolores, understanding this dynamic helps us take responsibility for our actions and see challenges as important lessons. We can illustrate this principle with examples from past life regressions, where understanding the cause and effect relationship helped individuals resolve current issues. Dolores Cannon documented numerous cases where recognizing past actions and their consequences allowed people to heal traumas and overcome present difficulties. This understanding reinforces the idea of personal responsibility and reminds us that we are co-creators of our realities. By becoming aware of the causes we generate, we can deliberately create positive effects, transforming our journey in a conscious and intentional way. Underlying the teachings of various masters and ancient cultures, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, Hermeticism, and even Jesus of Nazareth, is the principle of the mental or spiritual nature of the universe. If the universe is mental, it is logical to conclude that mental transmutation can modify and transform the conditions and phenomena of the universe, making the mind the greatest power we possess to influence these phenomena and transform our lives. 7. Principle of gender. The Kaibalion. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. The principle of gender states that gender is present in everything, and that everything possesses both masculine and feminine principles. This concept goes beyond the physical and biological understanding of gender and extends to the mental and spiritual realms. In the Hermetic context, gender is seen as the foundation of creation and generation in all planes of existence, whether physical, mental, or spiritual. Dolores Cannon extensively discussed the balance between the masculine and feminine energies present within each person. She emphasized the importance of harmonizing these energies to achieve spiritual growth. According to Dolores, masculine energies represent qualities such as assertiveness, action, and logic, while feminine energies symbolize intuition, receptivity, and nurturing. The integration of masculine and feminine energies, as described by Dolores Cannon, is essential for achieving a state of completeness and alignment with our spiritual purpose. She suggested that true internal harmony is attained when we balance these aspects within ourselves, allowing masculine and feminine qualities to flow freely and complement each other. This balance empowers us to live in a more integrated and holistic manner, enhancing our relationships and personal growth. Moreover, understanding and working with these energies can help us resolve internal and external conflicts, promoting a greater sense of peace and unity. Integrating these energies is not just a theoretical concept, but a daily practice that can transform our lives and align us with our true selves and the universe. We conclude our journey through the 7 Hermetic principles of the Kaibalion, enriched by the teachings of Dolores Cannon. We hope this exploration has illuminated your understanding of reality and the transformative power of the mind. By applying these principles in our lives, we can achieve spiritual balance and live more consciously and harmoniously. Thank you for joining us, and see you in the next video.